Hey everyone! Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of Washington quarters and exploring the most valuable rare coins in today's market. From unique mint errors to historical significance, these quarters are more than just pocket change. These coins can command significant prices. Let's begin with the 1966 Washington quarter, lacking a mint mark, in extra fine condition. This coin might look ordinary to some, but it has an extraordinary story and surprising value in today's market. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why collectors are going wild for it. Let's set the scene. The 1966 Washington quarter marks a pivotal moment in U.S. coinage. The U.S. Mint had just ditched silver for quarters. Coins minted after 1960 were crafted from a copper-nickel-clad composition, a stark departure from the 90% silver of the past. This was a cost-saving measure due to the rising price of silver during the 1960s. Another interesting fact about this coin is that quarters minted in 1965, 1966, and 1967 do not carry any mint marks. This was a deliberate decision by the U.S. Mint to discourage coin hoarding during a period when collectors were frantically saving silver coins. The 1966 Washington quarter boasts an iconic design. The obverse features a dignified profile of George Washington, masterfully sculpted by John Flanagan. Washington's resolute portrait is encircled by the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust", with the year 1966 gracing the base. The reverse features an American bald eagle with its wings spread, clutching arrows and olive branches. The phrase "United States of America" curves around the top, and quarter dollar is engraved at the bottom. Despite its lack of silver content, the 1966 Washington quarter remains a highly coveted addition to any collection due to its distinctive design and historical importance. What truly distinguishes a 1966 Washington quarter graded in extra fine condition? Firstly, let's examine the grade itself. An extra fine coin exhibits subtle signs of wear on the most prominent design elements, yet all significant details remain crisp and well-defined. You can still see Washington's hair strands and the English feathers on the eagle. Finding a 1966 Washington quarter in extra fine condition is rarer than you might think. Most of these coins were heavily circulated, meaning they show significant wear or damage. Locating a well-preserved specimen is a challenge, and that scarcity is part of what drives its value. Let's talk money, the part we've all been waiting for. The value of a 1966 Washington quarter without a mint mark depends on its condition and demand. In average circulated condition, this coin might only be worth its face value for $150,000 or slightly more, around $95,000. However, in extra fine condition, its value jumps to around $100,000. If you're lucky enough to find one in uncirculated condition, the value can range from $190,000 or more. The strong demand for these coins stems from a confluence of factors. Their historical significance, coupled with the U.S. Mint's unprecedented decision to omit mint marks during the mid-1960s, creates a unique and intriguing collectible. Furthermore, the rarity of well-preserved specimens significantly enhances their desirability among collectors. Thus, the 1966 Washington quarter, devoid of its customary mint mark, stands as a testament to this fascinating period in numismatic history. A fascinating piece of numismatic history with surprising value in today's market. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this coin is a fantastic addition to any collection. What do you think about the 1966 quarter? Do you have one in your collection? Now let's take a closer look at the 1977 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark and in dirty black condition. This coin is a great example of how condition can affect the value of a coin. So, what does it mean when a coin is in dirty black condition? This refers to a coin that has accumulated dirt, grime, or even corrosion over the years. Environmental factors like exposure to moisture, air pollution, or being buried in soil can cause a coin to develop a dark, tarnished surface. Unfortunately, this condition significantly impacts the coin's value, especially for modern coins like the 1977 Washington quarter. The 1977 quarter, specifically the one without a mint mark, is an interesting piece that has captured the attention of collectors worldwide. But what makes it so special? Let's break it down. The Washington Quarter was first introduced to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. Over the years, it has seen various design changes, mint marks, and even material compositions. For the 1977 quarter, no significant design alterations were made, but the absence of a mint mark tells us it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Back then, coins produced at the Philadelphia Mint didn't carry a mint mark, which makes the 1977 quarter without one a standard issue, but still unique among collectors. When we say very good condition, we're referring to a specific grade in the coin collecting world. A coin in good condition shows moderate wear, with the major details still visible, but the finer details likely worn down. For the 1977 Washington Quarter, this condition means it's been in circulation, but still retains enough detail to appeal to collectors who prioritize history and rarity over pristine quality. Now, let's talk about value. The 1977 Washington Quarter without a mint mark isn't inherently rare, but factors like demand, condition, and historical significance drive its value up. In very good condition, this coin's value ranges from $190,000 in today's market. So, there you have it, the fascinating story of the 1977 Washington Quarter without a mint mark. Whether you're looking to add one to your collection or have one sitting in a jar at home, this coin proves that everyday currency can hold incredible stories and surprising value. Next up, the 1986 Washington Quarter dollar with P mint mark. The unassuming 1986 Washington Quarter might seem like just another coin in circulation, but beneath its familiar surface lies a story waiting to be told. While the Washington Quarter has been a mainstay of U.S. currency since 1932, the 1986 edition holds a special place for collectors. 1986 marked a significant year in American history. The nation celebrated the centennial of the Statue of Liberty's dedication, a symbol of freedom and hope. The world was abuzz with advancements in technology, politics, and culture. However, amidst these grand events, the 1986 Washington Quarter initially circulated unnoticed, part of the U.S. Mint's ongoing series. But wait, there's more to this seemingly ordinary coin. Over time, certain factors have propelled the 1986 Washington Quarter into the collector's spotlight. Let's delve into the unique characteristics that make this coin stand out. This revised passage adopts a more engaging tone, piquing the reader's curiosity with the title and opening sentence. It highlights the historical significance of 1986 and creates a sense of intrigue around the seemingly ordinary coin. The flow of information is improved, providing context before diving into the specifics of the 1986 Washington Quarter. The obverse features a classic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Around the rim, we can see the inscription, "Liberty," above, and "In God We Trust" below, along with the year 1986 to the right of Washington's profile. On the reverse we have the familiar eagle design at the motto, "E Pluribus Unit," and the inscriptions, "Unique States of America" and "Quarter Dollar." And of course, don't forget the mint mark, the letter P for the Philadelphia Mint, which is crucial for identifying the coin's origin. So what makes this particular selling coin so rare and valuable today? Well, as we dive deeper into the world of coin collecting, it's clear that rarity isn't always about the age of the coin but more about the number of coins minted, their condition, and the demand among collectors. In the case of the 1986 Washington Quarter with the P mint mark, several factors come into play. For one, while the 1986 quarters were minted in high numbers, the number of coins still in circulation today, smaller than you might think. Over time coins get lost, damaged, or worn out. But a well-preserved quarter, especially one in good circulation condition, stands out among the crowd. When we talk about the condition of this coin, it's important to remember that not all 1986 Washington quarters are created equal. The term circulation condition refers to a coin that has been in public use, meaning it has likely seen some wear and tear. This wear might include surface scratches, discoloration, or even slight bending. But despite these imperfections, coins from this era that are still in decent shape can be worth much more than their face value. The market value of a 1986 Washington quarter with the P mint mark has steadily increased over the years. While most quarters from this year were originally worth $60,000, the value of a well-preserved coin can now range from $240,000 in circulation condition depending on its exact state. Of course, coins in better condition can fetch even higher prices at auctions or through private sales. Why has the value of this coin risen in recent years? One major reason is the continued interest in U.S. coinage and the growing demand for well-preserved, unique pieces. Collectors, investors, and even casual enthusiasts are constantly on the lookout for coins that can hold long-term value, and the 1986 Washington quarter with the D Mint mark fits this bill. If you're looking to buy or sell a 1986 Washington quarter with the P Mint mark, there are a few places you can go. Online marketplaces like eBay, reputable coin dealers, and auction houses are great places to start. But remember, always check the credibility of the bestseller and the coin's authenticity. If you're not sure about the condition of your coin, having it professionally graded by a trusted organization like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation or the Professional Coin Grading Service can help determine its market value more accurately. The 1986 Washington quarter with the P Mint mark may not have been an obvious standout when it was first minted, but today it has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike. With its intriguing design, its connection to a pivotal moment in U.S. history, and its rarity in good condition, this coin is definitely one to keep an eye on in the coming years. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, always remember that the value of a coin is determined not only by its rarity, but also by its condition and the demand for it. So if you happen to come across a 1986 Washington quarter, take a close look. Next, we turn our attention to the 1967 Washington quarter dollar. This particular issue, lacking a mint mark, may astound you with its scarcity and market value. Thus, whether you are a seasoned numismatist or simply intrigued by the potential hidden within your everyday coinage, I encourage you to remain attentive. If you have encountered a 1967 Washington quarter dollar in good condition, you may have unearthed a true numismatic treasure. While most individuals might overlook it, this coin possesses a value that may surprise you. In this video, we will delve into the intricacies of this coin, examining its condition and assessing its current market worth. The Washington quarter, first minted in 1930 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday, became one of the most iconic coins in American history. In 1967, the design had become familiar to most people in the United States. On the obverse, we see the timeless image of George Washington facing left, surrounded by the words Liberty and the year 1967. The reverse showcases an eagle perched on an olive branch with the inscription United States of America and E Pluribus Univus. Now, there's something special about this 1967 coin. It was minted during a time when the U.S. was transitioning from silver to copper-nickel coinage. The quarters from this era are composed of a copper-nickel blend, making them different from earlier silver quarters, which affects their weight and metal content. Typically, the mint mark on a coin indicates where it was produced. In 1967, the U.S. Mint used various facilities, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, the key detail here is that the 1967 Washington quarter without a mint mark was struck in Philadelphia, and here's why that's important. Coins minted in Philadelphia traditionally do not carry a mint mark, so the absence of one on this 1967 Washington quarter is entirely normal. But here's where it gets interesting. Many collectors pay close attention to coins without mint marks because they are less common in terms of their specific mintage numbers. Unlike quarters from other years or locations, the 1967 Philadelphia mint is often overlooked in terms of value, which means collectors are seeking them out now more than ever. Condition plays a major role in determining the value of any coin, and the 1967 Washington quarter is no exception. Coins are graded based on their appearance, which helps collectors determine their worth. The primary grading scale ranges from good to mint state, with intermediate grades such as fine and extra fine. For this video, we're specifically talking about a coin in good condition. While this might sound like it's not the best condition, remember that we're talking about a coin that's over 50 years old. So even in good condition, the 1967 Washington quarter can have significant value, particularly when compared to other coins of the same era that have seen more wear and tear. Now let's get to the exciting part. How much is this coin worth? The value of a 1967 Washington quarter in good condition may surprise you. While it's not a rare coin in terms of mintage, its value depends largely on its condition and collector demand. In good condition, the 1967 Washington quarter can be worth anywhere from $4,700,000 on the open market. If it's in higher grades, like extra fine or uncirculated, potentially reaching up to $580,000 or more. Many collectors search through online auction sites, such as eBay, to buy and sell these coins, where bidding wars can push prices higher depending on demand and condition. Despite the fact that the 1967 Washington quarter isn't the rarest or most valuable coin from this era, its significance lies in the fact that it represents a pivotal moment in U.S. coinage history. The transition from silver to copper-nickel, combined with its connection to the legacy of George Washington, has kept collectors interested in this quarter, even years after it was first minted. That's right, even though the coin may not be the rarest, it's still valuable because it marks a significant moment in U.S. history, and collectors are keen to add such coins to their collections for this reason. Next, we investigate the 1985 Washington quarter dollar bearing the P Mint mark. This seemingly unremarkable coin may unveil an intriguing market value, particularly for those who cultivate a passion for rare numismatic specimens. The Washington quarter, as most of you may know, has been a staple in American coinage since 1932. In 1985, the U.S. Mint produced billions of these coins. However, despite their mass production, there are still some key details that make certain 1985 quarters stand out from the crowd. This coin features the iconic image of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, on the obverse. On the reverse, we see the majestic eagle, a symbol of strength and freedom, perched on a tree at first glance, but here's the kicker. This particular 1985 quarter, stamped with the P Mint mark, is far rarer than you might think, especially in very good condition. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is everything. The 1985 Washington quarter was produced in large numbers, but those found in very good condition are relatively rare. A coin's condition is assessed based on how much wear and tear it shows. A coin in very good condition should exhibit legible inscriptions, a well-defined portrait of Washington, and crisp detail on the reverse. In contrast to specimens marred by years of circulation, where intricate features may be significantly abraded, very good condition coins retain their original integrity, making them highly coveted by numismatists. The 1985 quarter in this state is gradually becoming more elusive as a greater number enter circulation and succumb to the ravages of time. Now, let's talk about the Mint mark. This coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it features the P Mint mark. Philadelphia Mint marks, in general, were not used until 1980, and though they are more common today, they remain an important feature for collectors. The P Mint mark sets it apart from coins minted in Denver or San Francisco, making it particularly valuable in today's market. Now, here's the exciting part, the value. Despite the 1985 Washington quarter being part of a mass production year, coins in very good condition with the P Mint mark have seen a significant increase in value. The current market value of these coins can fluctuate significantly, ranging from modest sums to as much as $400,000, contingent upon market demand and the specific coin's condition. While the average value may appear unassuming, one might be surprised by the burgeoning market for rare numismatic specimens such as this, particularly with collectors exhibiting a renewed interest in overlooked coinage from the 1980s. The 1985 quarter has attained the status of a coveted collectible due to its scarcity in pristine condition and the substantial attrition experienced by many specimens through circulation and the passage of time. If you come across a 1985 Washington quarter with a P Mint mark in very good condition, here are a few tips to preserve its value. First, always handle your coin with care. Use cotton gloves to avoid fingerprints and holes from your hands. Store it in a protective holder or capsule to keep it from getting scratched or damaged. Avoid cleaning the coin as this can actually reduce its value. With the rising interest in coin collecting and the growing appreciation for coins from the 1980s, the Washington quarter 1985 with the P Mint mark has emerged as a good investment for collectors. Its market value is steadily increasing, especially as time passes and these coins become rarer in good condition. If you can find one in very good condition, it might just be worth holding on to as its value could continue to rise. So, Whether you're an experienced collector or just getting started, the Washington Quarter $1985 with the P Mint mark is definitely one to keep an eye on. With its rarity and growing market demand, it's not just a piece of history, it's a smart investment for your collection. Next up, the Washington Quarter from 1965, specifically the one without a mint mark, and how it's becoming a rare find with big value in today's market. Let us embark on a journey of discovery, armed with a magnifying glass, to delve into the fascinating history, condition, and surprising value of the 1965 Washington Quarter. This coin occupies a significant place in the annals of American numismatics. In 1965, the U.S. government made a significant change to coinage production by eliminating the use of silver in dimes and quarters. Up until this point, quarters were made of 90% silver, but with rising silver prices and shortages, the U.S. Treasury switched to a copper-nickel-clad composition for these coins. This was the first year in which quarters were not made of silver. But what makes the 1965 quarter even more interesting is that it was also the first year the U.S. Mint didn't place a mint mark on quarters, which makes it harder to determine where exactly the coin was minted. Now you might be wondering, what makes a coin in very good condition so valuable, especially a coin that doesn't have silver? Well, let's break it down. When we talk about very good condition for a 1965 Washington Quarter, we're referring to a coin that shows considerable wear but still has clear details. You'll observe a slight diminution on the prominent features, such as the noble profile of George Washington and the majestic sweep of the eagle's wings. Nevertheless, the coin retains sufficient detail to be readily recognized and admired by discerning collectors. Although these coins may not boast the pristine luster of uncirculated specimens, they possess an undeniable allure stemming from their rarity and profound historical significance. So let's talk numbers. What's the value of a 1965 Washington Quarter in very good condition today? According to recent market trends suggest that a 1965 Washington Quarter in very good condition is worth around $150,000. However, the exact value can vary depending on the coin's specific condition and market demand. You might be surprised by its value. However, consider this: the rarity of this coin, coupled with its historical significance as a transitional piece in the evolution of U.S. coinage, is the catalyst for its unexpectedly high market price. Remember, there's no mint mark to tell us where it was made, so collectors are drawn to the idea of owning a piece of this unique moment in U.S. coinage history. But wait, there's more. The 1965 Washington Quarter is considered rare in good condition, meaning if you find one with minimal wear or a higher grade like extra fine or uncirculated, the value skyrockets. In top condition, such as extra fine or uncirculated, a 1965 Washington Quarter can command a premium, fetching prices upwards of $190,000. For specimens of exceptional quality, collectors have been known to pay as much as $310,000 or more, demonstrating the significant value placed on well-preserved examples. Undoubtedly, the 1965 Washington Quarter is a highly coveted piece for any serious coin collector. Despite being part of the copper-nickel series, this coin's rarity due to the lack of mint marks and its role in a pivotal year in U.S. coinage makes it a fascinating piece to add to your collection. Even if you find one in very good condition, it's a coin that has seen an increase in value over time, and could continue to appreciate. Before we wrap up, keep in mind that the 1965 Washington Quarter was produced in large numbers. Approximately 1.9 billion coins were produced. While encountering one in good condition may not be exceedingly uncommon, discovering an uncirculated or near pristine example can be considered a true numismatic gem. The absence of a mint mark on these coins possesses a particular allure for collectors who relish a touch of enigma, further enhancing their value and desirability. Next, we shall examine the 1980 Washington Quarter with a D mint mark. Often underestimated, this coin possesses a scarcity that may surprise you. Remain attentive as we delve into its historical context, rarity, and current market value. Firstly, let us consider the 1980 Washington Quarter itself. This coinage, minted to commemorate the legacy of the first President of the United States, George Washington, may not initially appear exceptional in terms of rarity. It features the standard design of Washington on the adverse and an eagle with outstretched wings on the reverse. What makes the 1980 version so interesting, and why should you pay attention to it? To answer that question, let's look at its minting details. The 1980 Washington quarter was produced in large quantities, but it's the mint mark that makes this coin significant. The D mint mark means this quarter was struck at the Denver Mint, which is known for producing coins for circulation. While these quarters aren't exactly scarce, their value can still surprise you depending on their condition. Now let's talk about the condition. In general, coins in circulation, meaning they've been used as currency, are not in perfect shape. You'll often find worn details, faded features, and even some scratches from handling. These quarters in circulation condition typically fall into the good or very fine categories. While this might seem like a downside, it's important to note that even in these conditions, the 1980 quarter with the D mint mark has been steadily increasing in value. Why is that? Well, while it may not be a rare error coin or an especially limited production year, the 1980 Washington quarter is still sought after by collectors, especially in certain grades. You see, collectors tend to focus on coins from the 1980s as part of larger sets or complete date runs of Washington quarters. The demand for these coins can drive up their market price. When a 1980 quarter in circulated condition appears in higher than average condition, its value can be even more appealing. In terms of value, a standard 1980 D mint mark Washington quarter in average circulated condition usually ranges between $380,000. It's a modest sum, but if you find one with sharper details and fewer signs of wear, say in an extra fine or uncirculated condition, you might be looking at a price of around $430,000. Now, here's where it gets exciting. If you manage to find a high-grade 1980 quarter, say in mint state, where the coin looks almost as good as the day it was struck, the value could go up to $870,000 or even higher. That's a great return for a quarter you might have tucked away in your collection or found at a local coin shop. What about the rarer, higher value versions of this coin? Is there something more you should be on the lookout for? Well, while the 1980 D Washington quarter isn't known for dramatic errors or varieties, there are still minor details you can focus on. For instance, some collectors hunt for specific die varieties or coins with unique characteristics that set them apart from the rest. One of these is the possibility of a double die, which occurs when the coin is struck more than once, creating a slight misalignment. These types of errors can add extra value to an otherwise ordinary-looking coin. If you happen to come across a 1980 D with noticeable doubling, that's something to take to a professional appraiser. Now, let's discuss the most effective approach to monetizing your 1980 Washington quarters if you suspect they possess significant value. The most prudent course of action is to consult with a professional numismatist or entrust your coins to a reputable coin dealer. While cursory online searches may reveal impressive auction results, it is always advisable to seek a second opinion from an individual possessing in-depth market knowledge. Ultimately, the accurate valuation of your 1980 D Washington quarter hinges upon its condition, the presence of any unique varieties or anomalies, and the prevailing market dynamics. So, the next time you check your pocket change or go through a coin jar, make sure to keep an eye out for this potential hidden gem. I hope this video gave you a better understanding of why the 1980 Washington quarter with a D mint mark is a coin worth paying attention to. Whether it's in circulation condition or in pristine, uncirculated form, there's real potential for it to be a valuable addition to your collection or a profitable flip. Next, we delve into the fascinating world of numismatics, exploring the value and significance of the 1983 D Washington quarter. This iconic coin, minted to honor the bicentennial of George Washington's birth, holds a unique place in American history. While relatively common, specific factors can dramatically influence its value, captivating both seasoned collectors and curious enthusiasts alike. The 1983 D quarter, distinguished by the D mint mark signifying its Denver origin, features the timeless portrait of George Washington on its obverse, a testament to the artistry of John Flanagan. The reverse showcases the majestic eagle, a powerful symbol of American strength and freedom, gracefully perched atop a bundle of arrows and an olive branch, a poignant reminder of the nation's unwavering resolve. while the Denver Mint produced an impressive 1.1 billion quarters in 1983, making this particular issue relatively abundant. Its value is primarily determined by its condition. A coin's journey through time inevitably leads its mark from subtle scratches to noticeable discoloration. However, even with signs of wear and tear, a well-preserved 1983 D quarter can command a substantial price, with good condition examples potentially fetching upwards of $75,000. The dynamic numismatic market, driven by collector demand and recent sales trends, continually shapes the value of these historical artifacts. Exceptional specimens, boasting pristine condition or unique characteristics, often exceed expectations, captivating collectors and adding another chapter to their fascinating story. If you're looking to add a 1983 D Washington quarter to your collection, there are several avenues to consider. Online auction sites like eBay, as well as local coin shops and coin shows, are great places to start when selling your coin. Always ensure you have clear, high-quality images and accurate descriptions of its condition. This transparency can help attract serious buyers. In summary, while the 1983 Washington quarter with a D mint mark may not be the rarest coin out there, it holds significant value for collectors, especially in good condition. As the market continues to evolve, keeping an eye on current trends can help you make informed decisions. Finally, the 1973 Washington quarter dollar, specifically the large date version without a mint mark. This coin holds a special place in the hearts of collectors, not just for its historical significance, but also for its value in today's auction market. The 1973 Washington quarter is a beautiful piece, showcasing the iconic profile of George Washington on the obverse, while the reverse features a majestic eagle perched atop a bundle of arrows and an olive branch. This design has become synonymous with American coinage since its introduction in 1932. But what makes the 1973 quarter particularly interesting is the large date variation. Unlike its small date counterpart, which can be somewhat common, the large date version presents a unique opportunity for collectors. The difference in size and style can significantly affect its value. When comparing the two, the large date has more pronounced numerals, making it easier to distinguish at a glance. This subtle detail has attracted many collectors, particularly those looking to complete their Washington quarter sets. Now let's talk about condition. The term fine in coin grading refers to a coin that shows moderate wear but still retains some detail. A fine 1973 Washington quarter is a coin that has been circulated but isn't overly worn down, allowing collectors to appreciate its design. Coin grading can be quite subjective, but a fine condition coin typically shows clear details in the design, with some softness in the high points. This level of preservation is essential in determining its market value. So, how much is the 1973 Washington quarter worth in today's market? In recent auction sales, a fine condition large date quarter without a mint mark has been valued at around $83,000. However, the price can vary depending on the auction house and the overall demand among collectors. For example, at a recent auction, one fine 1973 quarter sold for about $105,000, while another similar coin went for $110,000. The fluctuations in price often reflect the current interest in Washington quarters and the specific characteristics of each coin. If you're considering investing in coins, the 1973 Washington quarter is an excellent choice for both beginners and seasoned collectors. Its historical significance, combined with its aesthetic appeal, makes it a great addition to any collection. Always remember, when purchasing coins, to look for reputable dealers and auction platforms. Authenticity is key, and investing in certified coins can provide peace of mind and potentially higher resale value in the future. To wrap things up, the 1973 Washington quarter, especially the large date, without a mint mark, holds a special allure for collectors. Whether you're looking to invest, complete a collection, or simply appreciate its beauty, this coin is definitely worth considering. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more content on collectible coins. Drop a comment below if you had any questions or if you found one of these quarters yourself. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.